prison if convicted. Former LMPD detective Hankison walks into the federal courthouse as testimony begins in his federal civil rights trial. You're watching Wave News at 6. I'm Myra Ansari.
I'm John Bull. Hankison is accused of shooting wildly into Breonna Taylor's apartment in southwest Louisville the night she was killed in March of 2020.
And after 3.5 days of questioning, a federal jury has been picked to hear the civil rights case. 10 men and 6 women opening statements started after lunch today.
Wave News reporter Mark Stevens is live outside the federal courthouse here. So, Mark, police officers are going to be testifying against Hankison at this trial?
Yeah, that's what prosecutors intimated in their opening statements. The first police witness that we heard from today is Sergeant Mike Campbell. He's been with LMPD since the late 90s. He was the warrant verification officer on the case that night. He also answered questions about training, especially when it comes to identifying a target to shoot at. In the opening statements, prosecutors told jurors Hankison fired blindly into 2 apartments against his training and common sense. They said jurors will also hear from SWAT officer Craig Kitchen, who said he was shocked at Hankison's actions and saw him bouncing and pointing at his chest following the shooting. They also said they will hear from Miles Cosgrove. Now, he said that Hankison's actions were unbelievably dangerous. Defense attorneys said Hankison thought he saw someone holding a rifle when the muzzle flash of Kenneth Walker's gun fired and thought his fellow officers were being executed as he heard the sound of a rifle firing. The trial began with testimony from neighbor Chelsea Napper, who was living next door and was 7 months pregnant. She told the jury she was terrified and had actually patted her 5-year-old down after bullets through her apartment when she covered him with her own body, trying to see if he was still alive. Hankison's bullets did not injure anyone. Now, this trial could last up to a month. Hankison was acquitted by a state jury on wanton endangerment charges in March last year. So far, much of the testimony in this trial has been very similar. Live outside the federal courthouse, Mark Stevens, Wave News.